It's your girl Redeem, and welcome to the Great Exposure.
It's your boy Clark Kent, the gent.
Yeah.
Choose up, gang.
Right. And of course, we're going to introduce our guests that we have here today. Or no, as a matter of fact, they're going to introduce themselves. Starting here.
I'm Kay Johnson from the Transition to Freedom Campaign.
There you go.
My name is Gerald Greenfield, running back for the Kansas City Bulldogs.
Okay.
And I'm just Dimples.
And that's good enough for us.
Right, exactly.
Most definitely.
And today we're going to loosen up and we're going to talk about different topics, you know, different subjects, different things. We're going to have a little fun today. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to put a little twist, a little spin on it today.
Most definitely.
Yeah, no interviews today. We just going to strictly talk about different subjects.
A little small talk, man. See what, everybody thinking out there, what everybody got going on, and, what bones we got to pick with. You guys out there and you girls out there. See, look, we already got buzzers going on here. We got a lot to say today, man, so I'm ready.
We do. I'm ready, too. I mean, what's up? What's going on? So what we going to talk about today, y'all? Because y'all know we can talk about all kinds of stuff. There's so much stuff going on. We can start anywhere.
It is.
I would like to talk about the killings that's going on in Kansas City personally. I just had a close friend that died with us, that died a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Due to trying to break up a fight. I mean, what's going on with all the violence in Kansas City?
Good question.
The violence. I mean, I have a big issue with that too because I'm starting to see that a lot of it is very senseless. You know what I mean? My take on it is y'all fighting and beefing over streets that y'all never own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when y'all dead and gone, the state going, and there's going to be somebody else that y'all never owned them, and y'all fighting over something so trivial. You know what I mean? So that's, I really don't got too much sound because it's just pitiful as it is, if you ask me.
I think that it comes from it being a shortage of men, not being able to direct these men and bring these men up in the way that they should go. And then there is a shortage of education and recreation and vocational things for them to do. So they have idle time. And so they don't have anyone showing them the right way. So they watch TV or they get their negative influences from the outside. And they begin to develop these mindsets. And the next thing you know, they think they tough because they can shoot somebody. And it's just all about being brought up in that environment and choosing to make those decisions.
I kind of agree to disagree with that. For the simple fact is that I come from a neighborhood full of single-parent mothers.
Okay, loud so these people can
full
hear.
Of single-parent mothers.
Everybody
so
be loud so they can hear
it's
what
it's almost like you have a choice on what you want to do with your life as a man. You can either follow along from what everybody else is doing, or you can go down a different path. It's not like you're not being taught that you have an option. People are just built on going the easier route versus, okay, I'm going to take this route and see where it leads me and be my own man. We don't have enough individuality nowadays. Everybody want to click up, gang up on somebody.
You right.
I mean, and when you feel like we was brought to fight. We used to fight each other in the neighborhood.
Right, and be cool right back the next day. We be walking that day.
Nowadays, these dudes take a butt whooping. They
ready to shoot up everybody.
I got to redeem myself. He got to go.
And like I said, and I think that's a good point too. Like you said, shortage of men. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these dudes act more feminine than females. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, they got all type of feminine traits to where they get embarrassed, so prideful, and all these different type of things. So definitely, the shortage of men is definitely something big. Because, like you said,
that is great. Right. Shortage of men was the perfect way to put it.
Right.
People in general are cowards.
Yeah.
In comparison to what they were 20 years ago. It meant nothing to a person to shoot up somebody's house with their mama and their kids and this, that, or the other in the car. People are cowards.
That's right.
You know, nobody has not nobody, but the young boys, we grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
And we grew up with gangs. I think ganging now is, then was much bigger than this. Now, you said that they want to click up. Clicking was much bigger then.
Right.
But it meant something. We standing for something.
Yes.
No, they're not standing for that. They're standing for a joke. Because 90% of these cowards are also doing the same thing we doing, ladies.
Yeah.
And that will bring us to our next topic.
Hey, but
brothers.
And definitely.
Out there.
Definitely.
It's lots of y'all. We talking to you, boo.
Yes, it is.
Right, exactly.
We're talking to you. Most
it's terrible.
I think that's what it is, because I had thought to myself, like, there's a high rate of murder, right?
Right.
And so when I reviewed my statistics, it said that the reasons for it being is conflict, is not having conflict resolution skills.
Right.
And when I thought of conflict resolution and I thought about conflict period, I thought of arguments.
Yeah.
So that means you can't argue or you can't communicate what you really feeling. So you get angry, and I'm like, people who argue the most are people in relationships. So I'm like, are these men killing each other because they don't want nobody to know their secret about them being? I mean, are these men really, like, are they having relationship problems right now? Is
now
it
that's
wrong
a
like
good
that?
damn point.
Right, right.
I don't believe that to be the truth in the core of the hood. I don't believe that to be the truth in the core. I believe that these boys are trying to prove something that they can't prove. Being solid, being genuine, being loyal, it ain't something you can be taught.
No,
it's something that you built with.
Yeah,
exactly.
It
gotta be natural.
Exactly. They're trying to prove something that you can't prove, baby.
Right.
You shoot 50 people, you still gonna be a.
You should.
Who you are? Keep it right.
For one, you shoot 50 people, you getting buried up under prison. You're not coming.
Maybe not. Maybe.
I mean,
you ain't got the money for it. You hanging that up.
I mean, you have men out here. I mean, you have little boys that have already killed at least 60 people.
Thank you.
That's starting early.
Yeah, they starting at 12.
That's what they do.
And
the police haven't touched them.
Yeah,
and that's who they use. They use the younger men to do the shooting because they know that the younger men are supposed to get less time, and they know that
they juveniles.
They're exactly. But it started out that way. Where you take this, there are men in prisons right now who have taken up bids for their big homies, and their big homies are in jail
back
anyway.
then it was like
you know what I
really,
mean? And then and it's also it's right. It's them trying to prove that they're loyal, and then it's also the point that they have to do it to be accepted because they want to be loved. So that's where they found their love. So they're willing to prove whatever they have to this family
I've always
that's
believed
outside.
loyalty comes from like the Bible, basically.
Mm-hmm.
If you're loyal to that, then that's the biggest gain as far as loyalty that you can get.
But people don't have that.
And you know what? You took the words right out of my mouth, man. You did, because I was just about to bring that up. You know what I mean? The spirituality aspect of it, because the devil is very real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, it says in the Bible, that our adversary, the devil, is like a roaming lion. You know what I mean? Seeking whom we may devour. So, you know what I mean? A lot of us don't have that. You know what I mean? So we don't fall a lot because the devil is very real. So we can blame it on, your situation, where you live at, who you grew up around. But it's all about God.
And you're right, but I say the parents. It's the way that our parents were brought up.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's a pattern. It starts from what we see, what we watch, what we're around. So from that point on, it becomes a pattern. Period. Point blank.
Okay, so then, Rich, what did you say about our father? Okay, we,
oh, you don't want to talk about that.
Our father, definitely. It differentiates what it was and what it is.
Right.
It differentiates the real from the fake. Okay. You know that I'm not a fan, in the technical sense. You know that.
Right.
But what's real is what's real.
That's true.
And these boys coming up now that's trying to play the games they playing now couldn't walk a day in the shoes that he was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he was raised with a good mother that had the best intentions.
Exactly.
That did the best that she could do.
Yes.
That planned for her kids to go down a certain path.
Right. True.
And yet and still, she got a hood rat. She got a prostitute. She got one that might have went the right direction for which she planned.
Yeah.
But for the most part,
everybody went their own way.
I'm with you on the parenting thing, definitely, because we're not teaching our children to be individuals. You be who you gonna be. You don't be who your neighbor wants you to be.
That's basically what it is at the end of the day. Individuality, like I spoke on not too long ago. I mean, it's like I said, it's just so much going on to where they're not being taught to be you, be yourself. I mean, I see kids coming in here dressed alike. Well, this is what my homeboy got. I'm gonna get what he got.
Get what he got.
And I'm looking up like, you want to be dressed up like another man? What y'all got going on?
Right. Hey, and you know what they got going on. Like I said, dudes are falling right now.
Yeah, let's get on that because that's a major deal. That's a major subject. The down low brothers. I'm sorry, I'm just going to get blunt and get right down to it. A lot of women are more independent now than ever. They're a lot more stronger than some of these guys out here. Now, I'm not saying all men because there are some men out here that's still doing their thing and staying on top. But let's be real. There's a lot of women taking the position of a lot of men. They're paying for everything.
Because we have to, not because we want to. Go ahead.
They're paying for everything.
I can easily tell you how you fix that.
What's the deal?
Right. Stop paying for everything.
Right.
Now,
Hold on. It's one thing to be dealing with a man who's like genuinely down on his luck. It's another thing for you to actually be taking care of this man.
That's true.
That's true too. But let me tell you something about that. If you're a woman and you're just naturally independent and you don't have a choice and you pay all your bills and pay everything, I mean, it's just a natural thing. It doesn't mean that you want to take care of this man all because you want to keep him. A lot of times women just naturally independent. They just don't ask for nothing due to the fact that that's the way that they were brought up or certain situations.
And then it's the difference too because you have women who are reliant on men who have come into these lifestyles and they can't do anything for themselves.
And then the women are so weak. That you need a man that needs you. Because you need to feel important. Right? You need to feel like you're doing something. So you find a bum. So you can take care of him and have control of your situation.
Right. And
I know you.
That's basically what's going on for a lot of females.
Well, maybe they just want to fix her up, man. Maybe they just want somebody.
But the who in their right mind want to fix her up?
If we don't want to fix her upper, then what is a real man supposed to do? Can you
can y'all iterate for us? Because we really need to know.
I can straighten this out real fast.
Come on.
You want to get it?
I'm gonna take this biblical.
Y'all want to hear it?
You got this?
I'm gonna take this biblical because people know me, but they don't know. I know a lot of Bible. I know a lot of Bible.
I love God-fearing man.
But it's applied. I don't have nobody following me. We got. I can see this conversation.
It's getting real heated. This debate is getting real hot out here. Okay.
Excuse me, ladies. Let this man.
Okay.
Now, Pastor has recently said this. If you've ever seen it on YouTube or any other like in the Bible, it definitely says that when God created man, He created him to be the leader, to take care of all.
That's true.
And
I agree with
that. That was his job.
Please let him finish.
That was his job, to take care of all. He was the provider. He was the leader.
Exactly.
He was supposed to take care of everything.
Y'all hear that, right?
When God created woman, it was for him to be her
assistant. To be.
I'm not even gonna say assistant because a woman is made of men.
She's a helpmate.
Yeah.
A woman is made of men.
Assistant, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
When it comes down to and put there to.
We can say it like that. A woman is made of man. She's supposed to be there. She's that extra piece that the man is missing to complete him.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Come on.
Now, I don't know where it got confused in here. The man is supposed to be teaching the woman the Bible when you have more women going to church and it's viewable. You got more women that are in church and know more Bible than the men do.
Exactly.
And that's where we fall short at as men. When you go into church, you can go to church right now.
Yeah,
you walk into church. You might have seen that girl clubbing last night, but she made her way to church. You see some people that went clubbing last night, they sitting at home like.
Right. Yeah,
I go next Sunday.
To me, you ain't answer the question.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the Bible is great.
I'm about to get to that.
But we need specifics.
Because I got some things.
I know, for real.
I was gonna let my man finish, and I was gonna chime in on it.
Okay, well, I know the time.
But now I'm gonna let my brother because maybe he have a valid point that it takes, you know what I mean, some going around to get to.
Okay, go ahead.
Like I said, you gotta give it all. You can't just go straight to the point with some people.
I'm sorry.
You got to have detail in it.
I'm sorry, cuz.
You get straight to the point with people, and it go right over their head.
Right. Okay. Let's do that.
But the fact of the matter is that men are not being men because they don't know the word. Period.
Okay.
So they don't know. They don't know what they're following. So it's easier to look out here into the world and be like, okay, well, he's slanging drugs. That's what I need to be doing. No, the book tells you what you need to be doing as a man.
And so now, with there being a shortage of men and there only being women in the homes, now whose fault is that the men are not getting their word? If the men is supposed to teach the house the word and the men are not there, then go and blame the women for not implementing the word to the children.
You can't blame anybody.
Good question.
You can't blame anybody.
That's a great
You can't. You know what? You can't blame anybody. Like I said, man, everybody has. They're gonna do what they have. I mean, just because there's not enough men, that don't mean that a woman is not supposed to do what she needs to be done.
And so, what is a real man?
What is a real man?
Please, because I'm about to tell you.
You know,
ladies, y'all honestly,
listen.
Can I tell a man what a real man is?
Right, you know
if
what?
If you're a real man, then you can tell me what a real man is.
That's what men do. Men teach men.
Men need for you to
teach men. Like I said, I mean,
it's
it's easier said than done, man. But first and foremost, a man is not a man if he's not a godly man. I don't care what no.
Yeah, first that's true.
I mean, like I said, because you gotta have a foundation. The most solid foundation that a man can be built upon is the word of God.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So let's just start from there. So after all of that is said and done, if you don't have that, how can you be a man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just the precepts in the Bible that I feel, me personally as a man, that you have to be doing. You got to be in accord with that, in order to be a man. Like, because everybody got their own different situations. Because his being a man, maybe he has to be more of a provider. You know what I mean? God, at the beginning of the Bible, you know what I mean? It says God gave each man, you know what I mean, different talents and things like that. Right. So him being a man is not going to necessarily be the same as mine. Yeah, I mean, it's all about.
Okay.
All right, no.
Okay, please, Dimples, go ahead.
Thank you, boo. Okay, let me make this first of all for the people. Everybody that's watching us today.
Right.
Go ahead.
We're not talking about religion. We're not talking about. I understand people that do have that religious core, that foundation.
Right.
That's where your foundation starts.
Right. Okay.
For everybody that don't have that foundation, it don't start right there.
That's right.
It start with what a man's supposed to do. A man's supposed to provide.
Okay.
Number one, protect.
That's in the Bible.
Okay. Lead.
That's in the Bible.
Okay. I don't have no problem. A man say to me, you know what? You too busy trying to be a man. Let me be the man. I can't follow a junk. If I'm going to follow you, you're going to be leading me in the right direction.
Exactly.
You're
okay.
100% is it going to make for me, no matter. This is what I try to tell people all the time. I want to follow you.
Right.
I want to play my role.
Exactly.
My role is to follow you. Do you know how the hell easy that would be?
Right.
But you know what? I'm gonna speak.
Just leave me right.
And you know what? You know what?
But you're not gonna follow me to hell.
Yeah. You're not gonna do that.
No.
But I understand that totally and completely. You know what I mean? But it's just.
I'm just telling you,
it's getting real. This debate is getting real.
You know what? I'm a man of like this, and I say like this. I'm gonna give a woman what her hand called for, because all women ain't women.
Built the same.
And all women ain't women.
We ain't gonna all require the same of you.
Y'all can't require all the same things from me. And then, quite frankly, some of y'all ain't worth me trying to lead y'all nowhere but to the bed. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all ain't worth leading nobody but the bed. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna lead you to. I'm gonna give you what your hand called for. So a lot of females, they want to play a game like they want a man, but they already have this misconception of what a man is, to where you a real man. That's why a lot of women don't have men, because they have this facade. You know what I mean? They have this.
The reason a lot of women don't have men is because they ain't no woman.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
There's a shortage on men, but a real woman can find a real man. Y'all gonna find each other. You gonna find each other.
Neck and neck to me as far as real men and real women, because real is losing right now.
Just like it takes a man, it takes a man.
Real is losing. Real is getting dropped.
I'm sorry. I mean, just like it takes a man to teach a man, it takes a woman to teach a woman.
To teach a woman.
So what we need is, we can complain about it being men and women not deserving this, but a woman got to show, you got to tell the little girl, even if she ain't your daughter, you got to be like, listen, this is what you do as a woman. Exactly. You walk with your head up high.
Right.
You don't put yourself beneath anything. Right. You don't need nobody but God.
Pull your short today.
You teach him how to put God first.
Yeah, iron sharpen iron.
And you gotta. That's what you gotta do. And then there we will see that the people's awareness will begin to rise, and they won't accept anything. You're not just moving in my house. You're not just gonna come and eat out my refrigerator. You're not gonna just lay in my bed because see, they think that just because a man is screwing a woman that he's the one getting the benefit. Right. But both of us is losing something because every time you sleep with somebody, you get up with they mess.
You get up with they mess.
So say it again.
And not just the mess that they got spiritually, but they STDs and they babies too.
Yeah.
So on how you moving.
Hey,
We're getting ready to do an intermission for just quite a second. I mean, the debate is great. It's getting heated.
We're
getting
my
stuff out. We're getting some stuff going. So when we get back, we'll probably be discussing another subject.
We know what we're going to. Because we started with the down low.
Yeah.
So now we need to get into this down low. We need to kind of dissect this a little bit.
And bring it on. Bring it in.
Y'all ready?
I don't know if the people are ready, but I'm ready. Y'all ready?
It's
Okay.
going to be
That's probably gonna mess up y'all rate.
It's going to be trouble.
So when we get back, we'll definitely get into that topic. Y'all stay tuned. Do not go nowhere because we'll be back.
The great exposure. Let's get it.
Yeah, I cried.